So, it's game day with Thomas McNabb. Okay, so this is Shock 2 Drops, top 25 horror movies of the decade. Because as you know, next year is 2010. So at number 25 is Kairo, 2001, director Kiyoshi Kurosawa. How good was my Japanese accent? That is, of course, the original version of Pulse with Kristen Bell. I've never seen either version, so no tick. Okay, at number 24 is A Tale of Two Sisters, 2003, director Ji-Woon. Tick. Loved it, own it. At number 23 is Zodiac, 2007, director David Fincher. Seen it, don't own it, loved it. At number 22 is Frailty, 2001, director and star Bill Paxton. Never seen it, never heard of it, until my friend so graciously gave me this list. So that is a cross for me. So at number 21 is The Hills Have Eyes, 2006, director Alexandre. Okay, so that's a remake of the... Who did the original The Hills Have Eyes? I want to say Wes Craven. Terrible. Anyway, that stars the awesome Emily DeRaven from Lost. So, seen it, loved it, own it. On Blu-ray. So, at number 20, go away screensaver, is Jeepers Creepers, 2001, director Victor Salva. Seen it, loved it. Okay, into the top 20. At number 19 is May, 2002, director McKee. Seen it, loved it. I'd never heard of this film until said friend who gave me this list told me about it, and I watched it on the Horror Channel of all places, and it is just it deserves to be higher on that list. It's so good. You have to see May. Stars Angela Bettis and Jeremy Sisto. 5 out of 7. Okay, at number 18 is The Ring, 2003, director Gore Verbinski. Seen it? Own it. At 17, from 2000, it's Ginger Snaps, director John Fawcett. I remember watching this on Halloween with my cousin and hating it, kinda, but then I watched it again and I loved it, and I still love it. It's one of my favourite all-time movies. From 2001, it's Hannibal, director Ridley Scott. The sequel to The Silence of the Lambs. I've seen it, but it's been ages since I've seen it, so that's 8 for 10. How are you? At number 15 is Funny Games, 2008, director Michael Haneke. I don't know if I pronounced that right. It's Austrian. Seen it recently. I may have seen it for the first time this year, actually. So I am 9 for 11. At number 14, from 2004, it's the first British flick on the list. It's Shaun of the Dead, director Edgar Wright, who I follow on Twitter. Seen it, own it, love it. Okay, at number 13 is Cloverfield, 2008, director Matt Reves. Kind of gutted I didn't get to see it at the cinema, but the one time I watched it, I liked it. So I don't own it, and I feel quite guilty saying that because it is quite a good film. At number 12, it's the first and only film from this year to come into the charts. It's Drag Me to Hell by Sam Raimi. I love this film so much. I could literally watch this film every day. It's like one of the best horror films of recent times, and definitely deserves that number 12 place on that list. At number 11, from 2001, is Session 9, director Brad Anderson. Never seen it. Heard of it. At number 10, from 2007, is a French film called Inside. Directors are Alexandre, Bustillo, and Julien Maury. Maury, like the Maury Povich show. Never seen it. Definitely want to see it. Apparently it's horrifying and great. So at number 9 is Dawn of the Dead from 2004, directed Zack Snyder. Don't own it, but I've seen it. At number 8 is Wreck. 2007, director Jaume, Balagueró, and Paco Plaza. I've seen Wreck, I own Wreck, but I think that the remake Quarantine starring Jennifer Carpenter should have been on this list instead. That's just my opinion. However, Wreck is getting a sequel, so that kind of changes things because the sequel looks absolutely amazing from the trailer. So at number 7 is Let the Right One In from 2008, director Thomas Alfredson. I got to see this at the cinema, and I own it now on Blu-ray again, and it's so good. Definitely apprehensive about the remake, but not against it. At number 6 is The Devil's Backbone, 2001, director Guillermo del Toro. Never seen it. You know what? I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth either. Okay, at number 5 is Trick or Treat, 2007, director Michael Dougherty. I have seen Trick or Treat. I don't own it because they haven't released the Blu-ray over here, and I want it on Blu-ray. At number 4 is American Psycho from the year 2000, directed by Mary Harron. Seen it, don't own it, but I do own the book, but I haven't read it. I really like American Psycho. Who doesn't? You know, it's very violent, but it's an early Christian Bale film, and he's naked in it. Of course, that's nice to look at. At number 3 is The Mist from 2007, director Frank Darabont. I own it, I see it. At number 2 is the second British film of this list. It is 28 Days Later from 2002, director Danny Boyle. Amazing film, totally gave a new take on the zombie genre, because they weren't really zombies, they were just sort of infected. And obviously, you know, Cillian Murphy, who is also nice to look at naked. And at number 1 is The Descent from 2005, director Neil Marshall. And so great, you know, British film is at number 1, and I've seen The Descent. I don't own it, but it's still a great film. I watched it on TV recently, and it's just as great as I remember it. You just have to see the film if you haven't seen it. See The Descent. You have to see all the films on this list. I have to go back and watch the films that I haven't seen on this list. Okay, so after all that, I got 20 out of 25. How did you do? Okay, so this has been my very long and tedious game day vlog, which I'm going to kill myself whilst I edit. No. Kill myself, then edit it. Okay.